What is a caliphate? Should the Muslims have a caliph? First of all, let's say that a caliphate is a worldly administration. Neither the Holy Qur'an nor the Prophet did not recommend to people as do it in this way or assign this person to be caliph after me. It's people's own business. Therefore, when the Prophet died, the first Muslims of Medina gathered and decided to choose a ruler among themselves. This is a very natural event because the state cannot tolerate void. You must choose a ruler instantly. When we look at the system that has been applied so far, neither in the Quran nor in the Sunnah, there is no evidence that the Caliph is a papacy-like religious institution. Moreover, the Islamic world has not been organized in such a way. The Caliphate was first used for religious purposes by Catherine II after the capture of Crimea by the Russians. She herself has said, Muslims living in Russia, let them be under your protection. Let the Orthodox living under your protection be under my protection. After this, Catherine immediately established the mufti office of Russian Muslims. She made the appointment herself. The Ottoman Empire did not think of using such a measure in its lifetime because even during the reign of Sultan Selim I, who received the Caliphate during the Ottoman period, the Turks had a conception of the state. When we look at the time of the Sultan Mehmet the Conqueror, this issue didn't arise. But the understanding was as if the authority given to the sultans is the same with the Caliphate. In any case, there has never been a state that united Islamic countries under one flag. Such a thing is utopian. It is impossible to pursue such a thing. In fact, the beginning of this concept starts during the 1st century as a result of the discussions regarding Ali and Uthman, the emergence of the Shia sect, and through the influence of classical Persian tradition and other traditions, as if the Caliphate was Ali's under Ahlul Bayt's privilege. The Sunnah tradition came up with an understanding based on accepting the Caliphate as a religious tradition in order to develop an argument against Shias. However, such a thing did not happen. Most people refer to the latter periods in regards to this topic. Abdülhamid never expressed a thought other than that the Caliphate being political in nature. He says, I unite all countries around my land, or I confine them under a flag. It was indeed impossible. He was barely trying to stay in power himself. He pursued a caliphate policy only to increase his support. At that time, Ziya Gökalp and famous intellectuals of that period, such as Ismail Gaspıralı, advocated that the caliphate was seen as a vehicle for cultural unity only. As I said, Jamaluddin Afghani and Abdülhamid II did not pursue it too much. They saw it as a political tool to get some support from the Islamic world. I also have access to police reports prepared by the Russian state during the Tsarist period. The concept of Pan Islamism or Islamic Union is a concept that Western Orientalists have brought up. This is how they want to perceive the caliphate. As Ziya Gökalp said, there is always the unity of education or the unity of intelligence, but political unity has never been the case. The opposite theory makes more sense to us. This is an ordinary state tradition. Whatever the circumstances require, that is it. For example, Farabi, Ibn Sina, Avicenna developed a state theory called al-Medinetül, the perfect state. It is more realistic based on morality and justice. For example, Musa Jarullah, a Tatar scholar, said, states should not have faith in oppression. A state's faith should be justice, and oppression is its fault.